All right, guys, so Paul Base today, and today I'm going to try something a little bit different here. Instead of seeing me and Pete poke each other with sticks, today we're going to just take you down the river here and then let you guys enjoy the scenery that we're seeing live coming down the Illinois River. Not the Illinois, the Illinois River. Somebody on YouTube corrected me that last night. Thank you, I appreciate it. That's not my strong point. Anyway, today I really want to talk about the struggles of the loop and what it's really like for every aspect of it, from the boat to finances and everything. And it's a struggle. I can see why it's said that you have a better chance of climbing Mount Everest than you do completing the loop, and the struggles are real. And just yesterday was a perfect example of what could go wrong out here, especially when you guys are trying to do a loop in a 40-year-old trawler like this on a Walmart budget. I mean, and that struggle is real. It's been real throughout our whole life. We just earlier in the year I got a stock, and we took the money from that stock, which was about $20K. It was exactly $20K, and that's the money we're living off of right now to complete this loop and get it done. And that money's just about gone right now, so we're getting a little anxious to get home and figure other things out. But yesterday when I pulled into port there, just multiple situations went wrong almost immediately. We lost our water pressure. We have no fresh water in the boat. It's 94 degrees outside. We either have to turn the air generator on to run the air conditioners, or we got to figure out a way to get power out of these guys. And it was just one thing after another yesterday. When I pulled in there, I had to get in that hot engine room, go fix the water leak. It didn't work the first time. I had to go back down there a second time. And then the struggles of having this 40-year-old trawler right here, I still have a problem. So the best I could do on this quick fix was just to fix the immediate problems. And I had one of the hoses came off the actual water pump, so I fixed that. And then I had another leak, so I fixed that. And then and I'm down in a hot engine room, which I typically don't like that. And then some good things happened out of it, because my packings are leaking. Now we got to come to a stop, and I've got to fix that. I need to stop for 2 days and just fix a bunch of these little problems while we're out here on this 40-year-old trawler. But in life, the same struggles of getting this trawler through America's Great Loop, there's no different. It was the same struggle to get here as it was actually the struggle of actually doing the loop. And I'm lucky because I have my wife and I have my twin brother Pete here, and I couldn't have done this without my twin brother Pete and my other brother Mark. I mean, they've supported the whole trip throughout the entire voyage, and that's from getting us, bringing us this boat when we made the switch in Delaware out of Luke Princess. Luke Princess was a better prepped boat than this boat was, because Pete did spend a month getting it ready, but he can't do everything, and he's not the engineer. He really isn't. I am the engineer. I'm the guy that has to go down there and fix the stuff. He can do it, and he can do a lot of the work, but he doesn't have all the skills. He didn't go to diesel mechanics school. He doesn't know how to really work on the engines. That's not his specialty. We got a tug coming. You can see us coming up on this barge right here. And the trick to coming up on these barges here, it's either a 1 whistle or a 2 whistle. And the barge, typically, if he wants us on one side or the other of them, we typically try and take him on a 2 whistle, which is a starboard to starboard. And you got to know these things coming down the river. Now, if he requests us to go on the outside, he'll give us a 1 whistle and make us go to the not make us, he'll request that we go to the outside. Or he can call us on the radio on channel 14 and let us know, hey, Pleasure Craft, please go to my starboard. But right now port. We are going to do a port to port. Starboard. I'm wrong. A starboard to starboard with him, like we normally do. And this isn't a big push right here. He's pushing 2, 4, 6. That's not a very big push. It's actually a small one compared to what we've seen. All right, guys. So we had the barge go by, and that was cool seeing them. Some of these big pushes, man, they are huge. They'll take up the whole river, and it's cool seeing them. Anyway, like I was talking about with the struggles in life itself in general, I've had a far more failures than I've had successes, and there's no difference every single day when we get up and with the challenges of doing America's Great Loop. It really is. There's really no difference in it. Some things work out really great, and some things don't work out so great. And it's just life. It's just real life. There's no pretty way to put it. If I can explain that in layman's terms. I'm not a white collar worker. I'm a blue collar worker. I've owned several little businesses, and none of them have ever made me just money that, it's just been struggle to barely pay the bills most of the time. Most of my life I've lived completely in debt. It's been not till the last 10 years that one day I woke up and I just eliminated all that and said, you know what, I'm not going to live like this anymore. And I'm actually going to start saving some money. And that's until I made that switch and made that commitment to do that, my life really didn't change. And then it was a long time. We lived in an RV for 5 years, just lived in an RV, struggling through those winters when all your pipes are frozen. In the summertime it was 115 degrees outside. There's no way to cool one of those things down. It's impossible, but I did it, and I did it for 5 years, and in those 5 years, I still did my adventures. You guys see some of the stuff that I've done. I've went, and when I had no money, what did I do? I went on a 10-day excursion hiking the mountains up in the John Merrill Trail, and summited Mount Whitney. It took me 2 years and two attempts at it, but finally we got it done. And about 3 years ago, I had an opportunity to go climb Everest. But from that experience, I said, "There's no way there's no way I could do it. Financially I couldn't do it, and physically I couldn't do it. So I passed on it. But it was kind of one of those. I don't want to say it was a complete regret, but it was one of those that, man, I wish I would have taken it a little more seriously. But I don't regret it because I can't climb Mount Everest. You have to be in top peak physical shape, and I wasn't there. Just to get to Mount Whitney, it took me almost 2 years to prep for that. Actually 3 years, because the year before, then the year that we attempted it and didn't make it, and then the next year I went back in and took a 4-day hike and finally summited Mount Whitney. So, in those years, it was a lot of work, just staying in shape and staying on the Treadmaster, doing my hikes all the time, keeping my cardio up, and to do Everest. Oh no, it would. I don't think I could bring myself into that kind of physical shape again in my life. Maybe I could, but I just don't have the desire, especially after I did that climb. But again, like I said, when we get up and we go to the grocery store, to pack groceries for this, it's got to be Walmart. I mean, that's where we get a lot of our supplies from, and it's unfortunate, but that's where we have to shop. I mean, that's what's on our on our budget. And you guys saw one stop. Me and Pete rented a U-Haul to run to Walmart to pick up supplies. I mean, we just do whatever we have to do. We make it happen. 90% of the time, we've been very, very lucky. Anyway, peace out. Enjoy. Thank you, guys.